Hello. If you're watching this video, you may have purchased a new Subaru with Eyesight. If so, congratulations. It's a wonderful feature. Great safety system. But today I'd like to talk about a part of the system that's more for convenience, and that would be the adaptive cruise control. So the adaptive cruise control is a cruise control system that can just function as a regular cruise. If there's no one else around, you'll set it at 70 and go 70. That's it. But if there are other cars, the Eyesight camera system can see the other cars that are in front of you and maintain a distance between you and that car as opposed to just a speed. It's a very handy feature in heavy traffic. Just makes life a lot less stressful driving around because you don't have to worry so much about the gas and the brake. The car does it for you. So as far as the function of the system, actually using it, it's quite simple. Step one, you have a little button on the steering wheel with a car and what looks like a little clock right there. It's actually a speedometer. Push that one time to turn the system on. So now we know the system is on because we have the car with one bar in front of it there. And again, the little car speedometer logo as well. Once the system is on, once we're driving, get it up to speed. If you want to set your speed, just bump down on that rocker switch right there. That will set your speed. Again, if you're on the open road and there's no one around, you'll just cruise at whatever speed you set. If the Eyesight sees a car in front of you that's going slower, what it will do is it will lock on. It'll show you there'll be an additional little picture of a car there, and it will slow down to match that car's pace. If he slows down, you'll slow down. If he speeds up, you'll speed up to your preset maximum speed. So you choose the maximum speed that the car will go once you have the adaptive cruise control on. You can adjust the speed here with plus or minus. This little button, if you have an older Subaru with Eyesight that might not have it, this is called lane keep assist. If I push that button, that little light comes on there. And what the lane keep assist does is the cameras watch the road. It reads the lines that differentiate the lanes. And if you start veering out of your lane, it'll kind of nudge the steering wheel to remind you to get back in your lane. Not a self-driving system per se. You still have to steer. I personally don't like that feature. I usually leave it off, but that's what that button does. And then these buttons right here increase or decrease the distance. So right now that's the shortest following distance. And if I push this button, I will increase it to the longest following distance or decrease it to the shortest. If you are driving the car in kind of medium to heavy traffic, I always recommend using the shortest following distance. And if you're out on the open road, you can use a longer one. Again, if you have an older Subaru with Eyesight, you may only actually have one button for this, and you just kind of push it to cycle through the different following distances. So keep in mind that if you're driving one of the older models that has this system. So anyway, with that being said, let's go take a drive. Okay, so using Eyesight, I'm currently stopped at a light. The light has turned green. So we're moving away now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my speed and I'm going to increase it. So now I've increased my speed to 60 miles an hour, which is over the limit on this road. But you'll notice I'm locked onto the car in front of me, and there he is. So I am now just going to let the car drive. I don't have my feet on the pedals. I'm just following the guy in front of me, and the light is turning red. He's braking. The car is braking on its own, and we are coming to a complete stop. I did not touch the brakes. I did not make the car do that. The car just stopped on its own because of the Eyesight. And because this is a new Forester, I'm currently auto holding. It says hold there. On some of the older Subaru models with Eyesight, it will prompt you to put your foot on the brake at this point. It will only hold it for a couple of seconds at the light, and then it sort of disengages and you have to hold your foot on the brake. But because I'm in a newer one, I can just sit here and let the car hold its own brakes. So we are sitting at a stoplight, and couple of things as long as we're at the light to think about. The Eyesight, when you're using the adaptive cruise control, it has very limited peripheral vision. So If somebody's cutting you off from the side hard, just brake, hit the brakes, you'll take control of the car. And now I'm just gonna give it some gas, and I'm gonna bump up resume, and I am now cruising again. So you'll see I'm locked onto the car in front of me. There he is. If someone were to cut me off from the side right now, I would just hit the brakes so that I didn't hit that person. The other thing that you want to think about is, what kind of vehicle am I following? So right now I'm behind just a regular sedan. This car will have no problem, figuring out what's in front of me and what to do about it. But picture certain types of vehicles. Specifically, I'm going to talk about a flatbed delivery type truck with nothing on the bed. Is it looking at the very back of the truck, or is it seeing the back of the cab? So just keep things like that in mind when you're using this system. If you're behind a truck like that or some other weird shaped vehicle and it seems to be getting too close, just hit the brake and drive it yourself. But pay attention, you still have to drive, but this is a very, very handy feature. I'm gonna change lanes and take control of the car because I want to go back to my destination. Just wanted to finish the video off real quick with some shots of a new Forester Sport. It's got orange trim, how cool. Listen, legalese, not even legalese, what are you gonna, I'm a YouTube guy with 40 views, who cares? Just, Eyesight is not self-driving, just so that you know. You still have to pay attention, you still have to steer. You're responsible for keeping the car safe. Eyesight's a convenience feature. It's a really nice convenience feature, especially if you spend a lot of time in traffic. You're gonna love it because it really takes the stress out of a drive through heavy traffic. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and if you did buy a Subaru with Eyesight, enjoy your new Subaru. Have a great one.